Thanks for continuing to walk with me as I'm here at Lake Chabot in the San Francisco Bay Area. And again, keeping the focus of these posts around the idea of the balancing act, maintaining levelness in your life, professionally, personally, physical wellness, and mental wellness. This post is meant to focus on a common challenge that can really interfere with anyone's balancing act. Workaholism, I'm intimately familiar with, and I've paid the price. It was most noticeable in college, and it's followed me throughout my career. Only in the last few years have I felt I've come to terms with it, and have found myself more balanced, frankly, than any point in my life. I'm incredibly grateful for that. But I wish I could say the same for many of my clients. I've watched incredibly intelligent people with phenomenal drive, unfortunately, grind themselves into the ground due to workaholism. Where I noticed it during a point in my life was where I was working 60 hours a week, playing competitive racquetball in a graduate coaching program, and coaching and co-leading programs at the Wharton Business School, all at the same time. There was a moment that really stood out. I was on a BART train at 9:30 at night, middle of the week, reading a book called Chained to the Desk, a study of workaholism. I had been at work for hours and I was just coming home. I found myself realizing how ludicrous this was, and I slowly started to take steps to get better, to do better. How do you know you're a workaholic? Like any addictive behavior, the signs are when you can't stop and when the behavior is damaging the other parts of your life. Without making corrections, the damage from workaholism will only increase, which unfortunately could trigger more workaholism. Working incredibly hard and staying focused can mask other problems in your life because you don't have to think about them. If that's happening, workaholism is likely present in your life. Workaholism and the balancing act are really two ends of a teeter-totter. If workaholism is predominant, a person is completely out of balance. And again, I'm speaking from firsthand experience. That's why it's so important to begin to have a look at the four elements of your life: professional, personal, physical wellness, and mental wellness, and assess how balanced they are. Acknowledging you have the trait or that you're actively a workaholic is a great starting point. The moment I had reading The Workaholism on BART late one night was my revelation. Like anything else, it's not been a straight line to deal with. I've had fits, starts, failures, and successes. But over time, I've improved, and I've seen many of my clients improve and regain their balance. Some of them needed more than a coach, sought out a therapist, and in many cases had great results. In the following posts after this one, I'm going to highlight a couple ideas you can institute. One is sacred task and sacred time. The other is accountability. I'll be talking more about them in the next post. Thanks very much.